Hey everyone, it's Cody. We're back with another market update. We're going to be talking about what's happening in Park City real estate as we go into the winter months. Now, Park City has a little bit of an interesting position in the real estate market here in Utah because for the most of Utah, as you go into the winter months, it generally slows down, but Park City is not hit by that as much. And in fact, sometimes we can even see prices and the market itself actually speed up because a lot of people want to purchase second homes or ski homes during the winter months because they're coming into town, they're going skiing, and they want a place to stay while they're here. So Park City can see some different changes than we usually see in the rest of the state of Utah, but we're going to cover all that here right now in this video. My name is Cody Steck, your favorite Utah realtor. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in Utah, please reach out to me. You can call, text, or email anytime. My information is here on the screen, and you'll find it in the description box below where you can book a call with me directly or just shoot me a message, shoot me an email. I love hearing from you guys and cannot wait to hear from you. So with that said, let's jump on my screen here and take a look at this. We're going to be looking at the state of Utah. County is Summit. So this is going to include all of Summit County. We'll take a look at Wasatch County here in just a second. But for the sake of this video, we're going to start with Summit County, which will cover Park City. So for the month of October, we had 111 home sales. That's what this number is right here. This is the count column, which shows you how many home sales we had. So 111 right here. The median sales price was 1.525 million with a median sales to original listing price percentage at 97%. So this number's been kind of up. It's been down. It's been changing quite a bit. Now, the interesting thing about this is here in October, we actually saw this number higher despite interest rates being a little bit higher during that time. From September going into October, this is when we saw interest rates hit almost 8%. So you'd almost expect this number to be a little bit lower because of rising interest rates during that time. Now, that being said, we do see a lot of cash purchases in Summit County. I'd say probably half of the purchases that we see across the board are going to be cash, which is significantly higher than what we see in the rest of the state. Usually we're around 20%. Right now we're sitting around 30 to 35% cash purchases, but here in Summit County, definitely well above 50% across the board. So looking at October, 97%, this means that on a median basis, roughly 3% was negotiated off of the list price or the home was dropped in price by 3%, right? So you might have a home that's listed at, let's say, $2 million. They dropped it by 3%, which means it would come down, what is that, roughly $60,000, I think, if my math's correct. It would come down $60,000, and that's what the home actually sold for. So, you know, that's what we saw in October. In November, we saw fewer home sales at 75 across the board. We had 1.59 million median list price according to this data set right here with a median sales price of 1.435. So this number, again, it's always fluctuating just depending on which homes actually sell. If you have a couple of really high priced homes, it's going to skew the data upwards. If you have low priced homes, it's going to skew it downwards. So for this number to kind of fluctuate month to month is not surprising. You know, looking over the last couple months, we were at 1.2 right here, 1.2 again, 1.3, 1.5, 1.4, and then we're sitting at 1.4 right now. So it's always going to go up and go down just depending on what homes are selling. The interesting thing here is that the median sales price to original listing price dropped substantially down to 90%, which means that on average, if you saw a home that's listed at 1.6 million, like this is suggesting right here, your median based home, you actually might find a median sales price of 1.435. So the market is definitely softening going into the winter months, with the exception of what we're seeing here in December, right? So December, 1.375 with an actual sales price of 1.4 million, which means we're selling above the list price on a median basis. Now, we only have 34 home sales to compare this to. There's probably some new construction home sales that have added in upgrades into that number, which is skewing the data a little bit here. I think this number will actually probably drop into the high 90% range by the end of the month, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, you'll have to watch the next video, the next market update that we do here on the channel. So make sure to subscribe if you want that information, if you want to get notified when that next video comes out. But yeah, so this is roughly 10%. Looking backwards, the market has told us that, hey, this is softening. We're starting to see home prices come down and we're starting to see more negotiation happen in the market. We also saw days on market rise pretty substantially. We were at 53 here in September, 41 in October, and then 61 in November. So you can see that the general trend is trending up going into the winter months for days on market now. So you might actually be asking yourself, how do I take this information and apply it for, you know, a potential buy or sell in 2024? We actually just had the Federal Reserve meeting come out today. They said, hey, we actually anticipate that rates could come down over the next little bit going into 2024. As of right now, they're going to hold rates where they're at, and then they expect some cuts going into next year, which the stock market completely rallied based off of, right? The market is sitting at very high numbers, especially considering the state of the economy. It's very interesting and surprising to see this. I think there's going to be a lot of people out there. You might be one of them who's thinking, hey, the economy is actually not in a bad spot. Things are going very well. Yes, interest interest rates are high, but the stock market, if you're pulling money out of the stock market, you could be sitting on a lot of cash right now. And that's going to actually put upward pressure on the housing market, especially here in Park City, because in Park City, you're dealing with a higher end clientele. You're dealing with higher end clients who have money and they're not affected by interest rates that much, right? Typically, we're talking about high earners, we're talking about business owners, or people who just have more wealth, out there available to them in order to purchase homes. So it's a little bit of a different market than the rest of Utah. But if you're looking at this, I think going into 2024, buying or selling property is going to be a completely personal decision. It totally depends on where you're at and what makes the most sense for you and your family's financial bottom line. You might be in a position where, hey, buying right now to get that ski home is the right decision and it's the right thing that you should do, or maybe selling that home is the right thing for you to do. It just depends on whether or not you need the money today or whether you want to hold on to it and sell it in 6 months or 12 months or maybe 5 years and see what makes the most sense for you based on prices and just kind of your own individual situation. So there's lots of factors to consider here. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to reach out to me, call, text, or email in any time if I can be of assistance with you. I want to help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate here in Utah. Make sure to subscribe to the channel before you go so you can catch all these future videos. And with that said, guys, we'll catch you in the next one.